The rich man and the poor man. One habit made the difference. Imagine two boys born in the same small town. They went to the same school, played on the same streets, and dreamed about having a better life. Their names were Arjun and Ravi. Neither came from a wealthy family. Neither had special connections. They started life with almost the same opportunities. But 20 years later, one became a millionaire while the other struggled to pay his monthly bills. What changed? Was it luck? Talent? Intelligence? Surprisingly, it all came down to one simple habit. As children, Arjun and Ravi were inseparable. They laughed together, studied together, and even failed exams together. Whenever they received pocket money, they spent it on snacks, toys, and games. They believed life would always be this simple. But one day, an old teacher told them something they would never forget. Your future is built by what you do every single day, not by what you do once in a while. Arjun took those words seriously. Ravi smiled, forgot about them, and went back to playing. It seemed like a tiny difference, but that moment quietly changed the direction of their lives. Years passed. Both finished school and got jobs with almost the same salary. On their first payday, Ravi celebrated by buying expensive clothes, eating at fancy restaurants, and upgrading his phone. Arjun celebrated too, but in a different way. He saved part of his salary, bought books, learned new skills online, and invested in improving himself. He still enjoyed life, but he always made sure tomorrow would be better than today. At first, there was no visible difference. Both earned the same amount. Both lived in similar apartments. Friends thought Arjun worried too much and told him to enjoy life. Ravi laughed and said, "You only live once." 5 years later, life looked completely different. Ravi still lived from one paycheck to the next. Every salary disappeared within weeks. Whenever an emergency happened, he borrowed money. Stress became a normal part of his life. He blamed his boss, the economy, and bad luck. Arjun, on the other hand, had built valuable skills. Because he kept learning every day, his company promoted him. He started investing a small amount every month. He also built a side business after work. It wasn't easy. Many nights he was tired. Many weekends he wanted to relax. But he remembered the habit of improving just a little every day. One evening, Ravi visited Arjun's home. He saw a comfortable house, shelves filled with books, and a peaceful smile on his friend's face. Confused, Ravi asked, "How did you become so successful? We started from the same place." Arjun smiled and poured 2 cups of tea. "I didn't become successful overnight," he said. "I simply became 1% better every day." Ravi didn't understand. Arjun picked up 2 small seeds from the table. Imagine planting these seeds today. One receives water every day. The other is ignored. At first, both look exactly the same. After weeks, one begins to grow. After months, the difference becomes obvious. After years, one becomes a giant tree, while the other never had a chance. Our habits are those daily drops of water. Those words hit Ravi harder than any lecture. That night, Ravi looked honestly at his own life for the first time. He realized he wasn't poor because of one bad decision. He was poor because of thousands of small decisions repeated every day. Sleeping instead of learning, spending instead of saving, complaining instead of improving. The next morning, Ravi decided to change. He didn't try to become rich in 1 week. Instead, he started waking up 30 minutes earlier. He read 10 pages every day. He saved a small amount from every paycheck. He exercised regularly. He stopped comparing himself to others and focused on becoming a better version of himself. The first month felt difficult. Nothing seemed different. The second month was still hard. The third month, he wanted to quit. But then something interesting happened. His confidence grew. His knowledge increased. His health improved. His boss noticed his discipline. Opportunities began appearing that he had never seen before. Years later, Ravi wasn't just earning more money, he had become a completely different person. One day, someone asked him the same question he had once asked Arjun. "What's the secret to your success?" Ravi smiled and gave the exact same answer. "There is no secret. Success is simply the result of repeating the right habits for a very long time." Most people wait for motivation before taking action, but successful people understand something different. Action creates motivation. One small positive habit creates another. Tiny improvements become massive achievements through consistency. Think about it. If you improve by just 1% every day, your future can look completely different in a few years. If you waste just 1% every day, your future can also become completely different, but in the opposite direction. Every morning, life quietly asks you one question. What habit will you repeat today? That answer shapes your future more than luck, talent, or intelligence ever will. So before this video ends, ask yourself one final question. What is one small habit you can start today that your future self will thank you for? Maybe it's reading 10 pages. Maybe it's saving a little money. Maybe it's exercising for 20 minutes. Maybe it's learning one new skill. Don't underestimate small beginnings. Great lives are built from small daily actions repeated with patience. The rich and the poor often begin in similar places. What separates them over time isn't one giant moment. It's one simple habit, repeated every single day. Your future starts with the next decision you make. Choose wisely.